Hey there, this is Chris Duffin, co-founder of Kabuki Strength, coming at you today. So, doing a little 10-minute walk with Mark Smelly Bell, so enjoying some sun. But I wanted to talk about something I did recently, and it was a big fundraiser for the Special Olympics, specifically around powerlifting. And if you've ever dealt with anybody that's in the special needs community, getting involved in the Special Olympics or lifting for them, you can find it's really just incredibly powerful as far as what it does for their self-esteem, confidence, let alone, the impacts on health. And powerlifting itself, some people may hate to hear this, but it's a very simple sport. So it allows people to really, or these individuals to really realize those results, and they know it's real. Like, that's why it's so empowering. Like, you've gone and you've made improvement, and you've picked up that bar, and it's not anybody saying, yay, yay, or here's a trophy. Like, it's the fact of, like, the weights don't lie, and everybody knows this. And that's why it's such a powerful thing for these individuals. And it's crazy the amount of people that would like to be involved with this that don't have the opportunity. I don't have the metrics is up on our webpage for the fundraiser, but if you go to Kabuki Strength, which I encourage you to do so that you can actually donate to the cause, we've got some of those metrics on there. I think like here in Oregon, we've got about 4,000 people that compete. Again, these are rough remembered numbers here, but about 30,000 that would like to. So we've been doing a fundraiser, and one of our coaches, Cassandra Lamadrid, is actually a coach for one of the Special Olympics powerlifting team. And she came to us and said, hey, can we host some events at our facility? And we absolutely agreed. And I said, you know what, let's do a fundraiser. And I want to do something really challenging myself for this, because that's exactly what this is about. It's like putting a challenge in front of somebody so that they can see that result and have that change in their life from participating and overcoming or seeing improvement. So I wanted to put something really nasty and gnarly in front of myself, and I picked something that I wasn't sure I could do. And honestly, if you asked me today, I'd still say it's impossible, even though it's been done. But I guess there's really only one time that it can be done, maybe, and that's in the moment of doing it. So I was traveling, I didn't have a lot of time to train, and I haven't squatted for like a year, and I planned on squatting in Texas at an event coming up in May, and I'm like, well, I better squat. And so I ended up working up to 800 pounds, and I think it was in New Mexico, and then I flew home, and I'm like, God, that was so much fun. I squatted 800 pounds the next day and the next day, and then that's when Cassandra came to us and said, hey, and this is when we had the discussion, I said, you know what? I'm gonna squat 800 pounds every day for 30 days. We're gonna post videos every day about it. We're gonna get people to get involved. We're gonna raise awareness about this, because a lot of people don't even know that Special Olympics has a powerlifting component. So that's, we decided to just have a fundraiser and awareness, and oh my God, that was, well, it was very successful as far as raising funds. It was also very successful at beating me down physically, mentally. Like, I cannot describe to you how tough it was. There's just you've got to be strong enough to squat 800 pounds a few days in a row, right? But the other thing is, the fatigue that starts accumulating, the abuse on the body, and actually knowing how to be able to fix it, and doing the work every day, and making sure that you prioritize that, and your rehab, your recovery methods, like everything. By the end of it, 2 weeks in, became essentially a full-time job. I mean, that's all I did nearly all day long, was either sleep, work on recovery modalities, prep for train, and squat. Like, that was it. The last 2 weeks, I was sleeping anywhere between 12 to 16 hours every day. And I would be sitting on like my couch just trying to get up and move. And I just, like, my body's just like not responding. And I'm sitting there and it's like, okay, it's 15 minutes I've been trying to get up to get that ice cream out of the fridge. okay, it's 25 minutes. I'm still sitting here. Can I lift my arms? Can I lean forward? It's not happening. Nothing's happening. So, and then just that physical abuse, like it started to get really, really painful around my right hip. I had a lot of compensations going on there, everything tightening up, and just working it every day. After every session, I'd have to spend about 45 minutes getting that hip open back up so that I could walk again and get through the next day. And you know, it was pretty cool. It sucked at the same time. Like but I guess I'm sadistic, and I love the challenge of it. And I think we did a lot with this. So,
so at any point, like, let's say, you know, you were 2 weeks in, were you thinking like, okay, fuck, I did this 14 days in a row. No one's gonna get upset at me if I quit now?
Absolutely. So somewhere around the 12-day mark, I started just like looking for like a way out and going, well, people, you know, just like, I'm like, this session, this last one, I walked away. I was so fatigued, so tired. Like, there's just no way. I can't even do another day, let alone 3 more days, let alone another 2 weeks. And so I just had to start looking at it like day by day, like being in the moment, because I did not see how I could actually get this done. So there's just so much like second guessing myself. And, you know, as I'm getting closer, like, you know, it's been enough. I've got 3 weeks in. Nobody thought I'd hit 3 weeks. I got 21 days. It's going to be my last one. And every day I just go to bed and say, you know what? That's how I feel right now. And all I can do is go to bed, sleep, and wake up and see what tomorrow holds. And I literally did that for 2 weeks, every night thinking, I'm done. I can't do this. To waking up and going, okay, I'm gonna get this. I got 1 more day in me. This is it. And I get through that workout and I'd be right back in the same spot. Like, there's just no way. I can't see it. And every now and again, about once every 5 to 7 days, there was an uptick in strength and speed. So it's really interesting. I actually tracked the velocity, both peak velocity, average velocity, and depth of every squat taken over the course of this, and I have those published as well. And as about every 5 to 7 days, there would be an uptick in strength output, and it'd be a pretty good feeling day, and I'd be re-energized. But every peak was lower than the last. And every week, it was just this downward decline after week 1 as far as speed and strength. And the last few days were just grinders. I mean, nothing was moving on me. And God, like I said, the head games that plays with you when you're going through this is just, that's why I said it wasn't just physical, but, you know, emotional in this manner, trying to create the energy to be able to go after it, you know, mentally. And then, yeah, just knowing how to and being able to fix yourself, which took me and a team of people to accomplish. But luckily, that's what we specialize in. And it's definitely not something I'd recommend to anybody. And honestly, I challenge anybody to do this. I don't care. Like, it's such an insane challenge in regards to this.
Now that you accomplished it, what's next?
So what's next? I am doing the Collegiate Strength and Conditioning event in Texas. It's a big show where we show our equipment, and I'm going to be attempting to squat 800 for the biggest AMRAP that's ever been recorded. I believe my research shows that Kirk Karawiski did 5 reps with it, and Ray Williams has done 5 reps. Honestly, I think Ray could do more than 5 if he chose to, but this was a long time ago he did that. but nobody at that level really does that. But so anyway, I wanna have the most reps ever done with an 800 pound, as many reps as possible set. I've got some bigger goals over the next couple of years. I've been pretty open about them, but you know, I'd like to squat 1,000 pounds. Shooting for that March of next year at the URSA show, I think in San Diego. And at some point I'd like to conventional pull 1,000 as well. So some big gnarly goals. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, but that's for anybody that's watching this video, that's what the grand goals is around. So
where can people find you?
People can find us on kabukistrength.com. That's Kabuki strength.com. You can find me on Instagram, and Facebook is pretty useless these days, but Mad Scientist Duffin, some underscores between all those words. So
awesome. Well, dude, thanks for being on the 10-minute Walk Talk podcast. I really appreciate it, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Peace.